they never stated what these transitional arrangements would be. And evidently, when you make these announcements, you have to have an element of honesty and transparency in these announcements. So you have an individual with disabilities who decides to access a beach knowing that I will not have access to these services until 4 p.m. What is not right is for a person with disabilities to access a beach thinking that the official bathing season is now open and I am going to have access to these services, only to find when the person gets there that I will have to sit on the beach and wait till 4 p.m. until I have access to these services. Specific times were given for each beach and each pool, stating the times in which the accessibility services would be open. Now look, nowhere in that guide did it state during these weeks it would be partially open because of transitional arrangements.
Is it your concern that services weren't fully available, or that the government failed to perhaps properly explain to the public what those transitional arrangements involved?
Well, look, it's a bit of both. If you're going to decide to open the official bathing season sooner, then the government is taking responsibility for the accessibility services and the safety of those that are accessing the beaches. So there's an element of preparation that has to go into this to be able to have a situation where you can cater for this. That's the first one. Look, I understand that there might be some logistical difficulties in the fact that perhaps students that traditionally take over these roles are still sitting their exams. But look, there has to be an element of preparation that goes into this to when the government decides to bring forward the bathing season to be able to cater for this. And if you are going to provide this service in a partial way, so we won't have these services until 4 p.m. on weekdays because of this, then you need to let the public know.
Do you perhaps think the government should never have brought the bathing season forward, perhaps?
Well, look, that's a decision for the government who is in power, who knows the resources that they have and they do not have. Clearly, something's going wrong when they haven't been able to provide what they said that they were going to provide. But obviously, without causing the level of disruption and stress that they are also causing on members of the community who might want to come and enjoy the pool and the beaches in a safe and accessible manner, and who are clearly unable to because there are services that are not in place until 4 p.m. in the afternoon on weekdays.
What specifically is the GSD calling on now?
Well, look, evidently clear preparation ahead of the opening of the official bathing season so that these issues don't occur in the future, and clear communication so that the reality on the ground actually matches the announcements that the government makes.